So today I just wanted to take a quick look at the 1977, I guess you could say, horror comedy film Satan's Cheerleaders. It was intended to have some humorous or funnier moments, but it's definitely one of those weird little movies. I guess it's kind of like, what in the world are you? You know, it just sort of really doesn't make sense to an exact degree, but it's definitely entertaining. It does have some humorous moments, not necessarily because they're comedic, but it's just more kind of like one of those that was really stupid dialogue or that was just a really weird way to act the scene type of moments. So honestly, in my opinion, the only highlight here is the fact that Yvonne DiCarlo is in the film. I don't think, other than Ten Commandments, I've seen like any of her actual film work other than seeing her in the Munsters. But you know, she's definitely a very beautiful woman. Obviously she has the acting talent, and she, I guess you could say, plays somewhat of a priestess. She is the wife of an occultist I guess you could say. But it's definitely an interesting little film. So you've basically got a group of promiscuous cheerleaders who are kidnapped basically by the school's janitor because they're being recruited for, I guess you could say, either to join a coven or to become the sexy virgin sacrifices. Of course, there only happens to be one, and of course, as luck will have it, someone just has to go and soil her, so the virgin just goes to waste. Doesn't she always? The virgin is just never properly and fully appreciated, is she? No, she is not. But it definitely is an interesting film. I mean, some of the effects, like when they are first taken to the circle and you see like the deity, it's basically like this big plastic chunk in it of something, and it's like, what in the world are you supposed to be? And so we have this whole premise of, like I said, they are, I guess you could say, meant to join the coven, and you know, a wasted sacrifice basically for Satan, because that Satan likes the virgins. You know, he has to break them in himself and just teach them right. But someone spoils that for him. Yeah, they did. But we, along the way, discover that one of the cheerleaders in the group has the power. Gee, where does that line sound familiar? But supposedly she is, I guess you could say, a natural witch, and she does basically just go head to head against these guys and pretty much just puts them in their place. I mean, the plot really isn't much. It's a very basic plot. The girls are kidnapped. They try to escape. One of the girls discovers that she's a witch, or I guess she outs herself, rather. And along the way, we discover that this cult, or this coven, is actually just a fake. The guy leading the whole thing does not actually speak to Satan. He doesn't have any miraculous power. He has a freaking recorder with an echoey voice sound effect that is meant to be Satan. So they're all basically just overthrown, and the cheerleaders kind of become a group of devil worshippers, I guess you could say, because obviously it's incorrect to say that they are Satanists, because that is something entirely different here. So they are, I guess you could say, devil worshippers, and they use their newfound abilities to help them win football games, because apparently stuff like that is extremely important, and these ladies don't even live in Texas, so I just don't even get that. But you know, it's definitely an entertaining film. There really isn't too much I can tell you about it, which is basically why I've pretty much just blown the entire plot, aside from just flip-flopping back and forth telling you about it. But you know, it's really one of those movies you have to sit down and be willing to accept it for what it is. Obviously you can't go into it expecting much, but it's entertaining in that usual B-film manner. Yeah, wasn't much of a review today, but that is all I have for you guys today, and I will talk to you later.